Hi guys, and welcome to another unboxing and first impressions. Today we're unboxing a new model from Revelot watches. I already did their Hex Mariner and I loved that thing, and I'll put the link to the video in the corner of the screen. This is their latest model. It's a GMT, and as you might have guessed it, they're using the Seiko NH34. Like expected, since Seiko released that GMT, I expected all the micro brands to start getting the movement and launching their own versions. Well, this is Revelot's version, and it has absolutely nothing in common with the Hex Mariner. I was kind of expecting them to do a Hex Mariner GMT, and maybe in the future they will do, because that watch is simply stunning and gorgeous. But with this, they kind of went overboard with originality and design, which is something we'll see in a second as soon as I manage to unwrap this. Apologies for a very loud video. If you had headphones on, double the apology. Okay, starting to show the box. There we go. It's the same box as you get with the Hex Mariner. Now they're claiming that this is going to be one of the most affordable and best spec'd GMT watches on the market, even with those, when we take into consideration those that use the Seiko NH34. This is going to have a retail price of $379. But the launch price is going to be $339, or if you sign up for the early bird, you're going to get it for $279, which for a mechanical GMT is very affordable. So let's open the box and see what those $279 get you. Okay, there we go. We get the specification. This is for me. You get a warranty, probably some papers. There's a rubber strap, a very soft and pliable. This is actually, I believe, silicone, something between a silicone and rubber. And here is the watch itself. It comes on a massive, oh my god, this is massive. I believe these on bracelet are like 200 grams, and I can definitely feel the weight. The bracelet is massive, 5-link bracelet. Let me just try to remove this. I never managed this over the camera, so I have to go behind. Even though they have the arrows written and everything, I'm just not that capable of following instructions. And finally, we're here. I've managed to unwrap it. The bracelet, let me just zoom in, is very, very massive. 5-link bracelet, all brushed. Even the sides are brushed. It comes with a milled clasp. Also a very massive and long clasp. I do like it. And it has that on-the-fly adjustment, just like the Zelos hammerhead that I usually wear. Yup, it's the same style of micro adjustment. Very nice. I love this. Wow, the bracelet really does look at how it moves and it plays with the light. This is gonna be an eye catcher on the wrist, and I will definitely wear it on the bracelet, not on a rubber strap, even though it's quite heavy. So let's zoom in on the watch itself and check it out. It comes with a sapphire crystal, as you would expect, a ceramic bezel, Swiss lume, and the Seiko NH34, meaning that you get a GMT function, but not a traveler's GMT, but more like an office GMT, because when you pull it to the first click, you actually adjust the GMT hand independently, and the other way around, you adjust the date, as you can see at 6 o'clock. Pulling it all the way out stops the complete movement, and then you adjust all the hands at once. Whereas a traveler's GMT, like the Rolex GMT, you actually adjust the hour hand independently, and the GMT hand is set when you're setting up the main time, allowing you to travel to a different time zone, and without stopping the watch and affecting the minutes, you can change the main time zone. But even like this, I mean, for a mechanical GMT, this is pretty affordable. The sapphire seems to be flat. The case is very angular, also all brushed. And as you can see, the bezel is actually black. Now, I don't know if the whole bezel is ceramic. I will check that for the full review when I get all the details and the launch details, because I'll probably put the date and when you have to sign up somewhere in the video, because currently I don't know. I got this watch pretty early to record it. This is the case back, very nice. And actually this is a meteorite version. There are, I believe, 6 or I believe even 8 colors, and all of them have this kind of pattern on the dial, so the case back actually matches the dial. But with this meteorite one, it doesn't. But I actually asked for this one because I thought it would look very, very cool. The hands are black, and the hands are actually inspired by the ship, LCS ship, and this is called the Admiral because of that ship, and I'll probably put a picture somewhere in here so you can check it out. But a very nice looking watch. It's 41 millimeters when you look at the bezel, but the case itself is, I believe, 43. The lug to lug is 49, making it pretty short, and the thickness is 13.5. Having female end links, the actual lug to lug is the actual lug to lug of the watch. So let me zoom it out, put it on my wrist. It hasn't been sized, so I'll just pretend to hold it in place and check it out on my 6.7-inch wrist. And because of that short lug to lug, as you can see, the watch sits very nice. It actually kind of reminds me of my Hammerhead when it comes to heft and bulk and the weight of it. But it really is like unlike anything I have seen so far. The hour markers, the hands, everything is very original. I do like it, but if you have it on the full bracelet, once I remove some of the links, it's probably going to be slightly lighter. If you have wrists large enough to handle the whole bracelet, you can use this as a diving weight. That's how heavy it is. I do like it. Okay, 2 things I kind of forgot because I had a phone call in the middle of the recording of that video. So let's do it now, and I'm gonna insert it somewhere in the main video. The bezel action and the loom. The bezel is unidirectional because it's used for timing the dive, while the GMT is handled by the chaptering. So let's try the bezel. Very precise clicks, very easy to grip, but too loose for my taste. It is very easy to turn, and I believe this is gonna be turned accidentally as you wear it. Maybe it's down to this being a pre-production model, and I hope they fix this in the real production models, so I will definitely address this and tell them about it. So let's try the loom. Let's charge the watch for a bit. Bring it back to the camera. Zoom it all the way in, let the camera focus, and turn off the lights. And there we go. Blue Superluminova, Swiss Superluminova. As you can see, the GMT hand is loomed, the seconds hand is loomed, the hours, the minutes, these huge sections that are used as the hour markers, and the whole bezel. So this one is definitely a loom show. Very nice. It's not to my taste. I don't like when there's way too much loom, but on this it kind of works because the whole watch looks kind of wild. So that's it when it comes to the loom and the bezel. Let's go back to the regular video. Anyways, that's it when it comes to this unboxing and first impressions. Oh, as you can see, the GMT scale is instead of the chaptering. Very nice. So like I said, this is just the unboxing and first impressions. Do stay tuned for the full review when I do the macro shots and after I spend some time with the watch. And that's about it. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.